Hi everyone, I am back. Typically I don't do lives on Saturday. Hi Cami, but I am today. Hopefully everyone is woke. I'm doing good. How about y'all? How are y'all doing? So I'm back at it again, hustling, doing some live readings, giving back on my time off because I don't work on the weekends typically and do readings, for private readings. So I'm giving back some of my time to y'all and hope that a lot of you join me. Some of you probably wake up around this time. So I'll be bringing people on if you want to come on. Hi Jacqueline. Hi Jackie. Hi King Drake. And so I'm going to wait for some more people to come on. If some other, hi Bree Bree. Some people join me here. So, good morning, that one lady, LLC. Let me just get this here ready. So we have a couple of people on. I can't see too many people on, but I'm going to be doing some live readings here. I also am going to be, like I said, when I do it on YouTube, I use the Rider-Waite. I'm going to be using some tarot decks coupled with my intuition. Just trying something a little bit new. I'm not against tarot cards at all. Good morning, DeDe, Kelly, hi, Janesco99. Bree, thank you for saying that. You're so sweet that I am loved. So, I love you guys so much and just so grateful. Hi, Rachel. To Rachel. Rachel, I actually watch your post. You have a great sense of humor. And she is an amazing person. Valentino, hi. Okay guys, so if you want to get a private, a public reading, before I start bringing people on, know that this is going to be published here on Instagram and also on my YouTube channel. I want you to come into this reading with open mind and not reserved or putting up like a shield of protection, because you need to be open to the experience. Oh, my necklace, I don't know if y'all can see it. It is an amethyst staccolite. I don't know how you say that. It's an amethyst staccolite, and it has a moonstone, a rainbow moonstone on it. This is from Callisto Jewelry, and I've been having this. I treasure this for a long time. I've had it now, but she makes amazing jewelry. So if you haven't checked her out, she updates her shop like every Thursday, but sometimes she skips an update, but it's every Thursday, like at 3 p.m. Pacific time, and she's based out of Canada. And her necklaces range anywhere from $30 to like $70 or $120, depending on how big they are, but she really takes time to craft all of these. So can we get a reading without using the camera? Too many people are around here. That's why I'm saying, if you want a private reading, I can do private readings, but I don't do them for free. I'm doing my time here, giving back here on camera. So if you are shy and you don't want to come on, then you don't have to join, but if you want to get a private read, well, if you want to get like a reading now, a mini reading, I will be doing it on here. So just be prepared. But I never try to air like dirty laundry, or you know what I mean, like get too crazy and personal when it comes to the readings here on, because I do respect y'all and your privacy. So let me just see here. Do I have any volunteers? I think Pink Puffin wants to, so let me bring her on. I'm just waiting for her. Hi Billy Joe. Well, Pink Puffin doesn't come on in a minute, then I'm going to be going to the next person. Don't get all camera shy on me now. Y'all had enough time to get your coffee and get your hair combed. I'm just kidding. It is early. Hi, Pink Puffin.
Hi.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
Um, what is your name and where are you from?
My name's Christina and I'm from San Jacinto,
California?
California.
All
Yes.
right. I love it. And how's the weather over there? Is it cool?
Hot.
Hot? Oh my gosh.
Yes.
Because I find it so weird. There's some places in California right now that are like super cold, like San Diego or San Francisco. Those by the bay, and I'm like always looking at the weather temperatures. I'm that weirdo that looks at other places weather, even though I don't live there, because I don't know. I have, someday I would like to, definitely visit, but I see that they're like in the 50s, the early morning 60s, and throughout the days like the 80s or 70s. So that's why I was asking. I'm going to be using today, along with my intuition, I'm going to be using the Rider-Waite tarot deck to kind of, see what I see for you. Are you open to a general reading or do you have a specific question?
Yeah, I'm open to a general reading. Yes.
Okay, so let me go ahead and shuffle. I don't have a
Okay.
table, so I'm doing this on my lap. I'm going to pull like 3 cards for you and just tell you
Okay.
what I see using the tarot or the tarot. I don't know. Some people call it the tarot, the tarot. I'm going to just call it tarot. This is the Rider-Waite. It's one of the oldest ones, one of my favorite ones, but I don't interpret it like the way that some people do using the manual. I tend to use my intuition. So let me go ahead and just pull some cards for you. I'm pulling 3. And I also don't read reversals. A lot of people that are tarot readers, they like to read the reverse. But to me, I feel like, I don't know, I'm against the reversals for some reason. I know that some people, I'm going to probably get attacked later on for some people that, that are tarot readers are like, well, you're reading them wrong. But I don't do it that way. Okay, so okay, what I got here is the King of Pentacles. That's the first card. Okay, so when I get the King of Pentacles, this could symbolize 2 things. It could symbolize your need for money or some concerns drawn towards money and finances, where that area is concerned. It also represents a masculine energy. So there could be someone in your life that either owes you money or there's some issues with money, if you follow what I mean. So it has different meanings, but there is some overall thought processes. This is a very positive card, though, to me, because when I see it, it has that yellow background. So I feel like your money situation is going to definitely be improving over the next 3 to 6 months, and you are coming into some money that you probably didn't expect. That's the first card that I got. The second card I got is the World, okay? So the World is a very positive card. To me, this is like a wish card. To me, it symbolizes like you have options and things are coming to fruition. So like where you've been feeling stagnated in your life and like things are at a standstill, or you've been like suffering from some just kind of, worries. It's normal. We all worry. I feel like some of those things are letting up very soon. They're going to be turning for a very positive way. But I feel like for you, it's like a matter of really just grasping what is it that you need to change, because I do pick up on some depression when I'm tuning into your energy. I pick up that you do have some health issues, maybe that
Yeah.
are not so, am I correct on that? Like you have some health
Yes.
issues. I feel like there's something on the body itself, and it affects your level of functioning throughout the days. Like there is some kind of chronic fatigue. There is something that goes on within your body that kind of stops you from kind of carrying out daily duties like other people would be more active or, exercise a
Yeah.
lot. You can't do that. You have physical limitations. And it's because, I guess, you're fairly young. I'm not going to try to, get
Yeah.
your age, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes we go through health conditions and it stops us, but I see improvement. Like this card validates that there is going to be an overall improvement in your whole situation. Okay. And then the last
Okay.
card here, you got all the positive cards, girl. You got the Chariot. You got the Chariot. So there's 2 things. There's a couple of things here with the Chariot. How I interpret it again is positive change, momentum, acceleration. Your life is going to be changing for the better. You could also be going on a trip in the next three weeks or 3 months somewhere out of town. But there is some kind of planning that is going to be coming up, even if it's impromptu and somebody else is like, hey, let's go to, this town or this city or this state. There is travel. If it's not within the next 3 weeks or 3 months, I would say it's within the next year. But there is some traveling for you, and that may not make sense now. Just hold on to it. But overall, when you see the chariot, when I see the chariot, it's like if things are no longer stagnated. It's like you're moving on. You're moving on from different phases in your life. Also, I feel like the way that you see things, you're trying to get away from anyone that's been negative in your life. Overall, just kind of like staying positive, but I feel like there are negative people still. This could be family members. This could be someone close to your heart that has hurt your heart, like a relationship that's gone bad, and you're just trying to like move on, but find yourself again and rediscover what happiness is all about. And so that's kind of like the I can't talk. The general mini reading for you. Did this kind of resonate a little bit, or kind of like? I'm sorry?
Oh, I didn't hear you. I'm so sorry.
No, that's okay. I was asking if it had resonated with you, the reading. Like, were you able to kind of like, according to what I pulled from the cards, did they make kind of a little bit of sense to you?
Yes,
okay.
Everything that you said.
Okay. I know you're shy and you're not used to like being on here, but I want to thank you so much for coming on here, being brave, and just sit with the messages.
Thank you.
Like I said, this is more of having fun. I love doing readings without the cards and with the cards. And sometimes I switch it up. Yesterday I did it without the cards, so today I'm doing it with cards. So many blessings to you, and I wish you an amazing rest of your weekend.
You too. Have a good weekend. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Okay, she was a sweetheart. So let's see, who's next? I have some people here. Let me just, and I've been using tarot cards since I was like 16. Well, no, actually 12, but back then I didn't know what they were all about. I didn't understand them, and so I stopped using them for a while, but now I'm starting to use them. Bree, I haven't forgot you. Stay on. I'm going to get you next, okay? Hi.
Hi, hello.
How are you?
Good, and you?
I'm doing good. What is your name, sweetheart, and where are you from?
Right, DeDe is Benoit, and I'm from Miami, Florida.
Miami. ¿Usted habla en español?
Yes. Sí.
I could hear your accent, so I was like, I know she's a Spanish speaker.
Yeah.
The Latina blood in her.
That's
So,
why I was crazy.
are you open to a general reading, or did you have a specific question? Either way, it's fine.
Yes, I'm open.
Okay, so let me shuffle the cards. I'm going to pull 3 for you and just see what is coming on. And I really enjoy doing this for y'all. I really, really do like giving back, because I know that a lot of people that have the gifts, they just, monetize on it, and they do it because I know it's like to make a living, and I do the same thing, but I like to give back because I believe in balance and giving back to the people, that it's not all just taking, but also giving back. And I think I don't see that too much in the spiritual community. There's a lot of people that do it, but not too much. Okay, so I'm gonna get done talking here, just chatting away, and then get the cards for you real quick. And when I pull cards, I don't look at the deck when I'm pulling them. I kind of let spirit guide my fingers. Okay, so okay, the first card I got here is the Queen of Swords. So when I see the swords and the queen, it symbolizes an adult female, which would be you. And the swords deal with your emotions. It deals with like the more serious aspects of your personality, what you're willing to tolerate, cutting out certain people out of your life, feeling like creating distance because you need to protect yourself because there's negative people that are, constantly either telling you something or just not helping you. They're kind of draining you. And so when the Queen of Swords appears in a reading, to me, how I interpret it is like you're having to be strong. And some people kind of may take this like you're being, mean on purpose, or your attitude is kind of, foul sometimes, or like they don't like your attitude or how express yourself. But it's because you are very strong natured, and life has gotten you to this point where you have to use your own intuition to guide you, especially in love life, especially dealing with work, where that is concerned, and just in your life overall. Because I get that you're a person who's been through a lot of hardships, and so you're at a point in your life where you're not going to take or tolerate any crap from anyone. You're just very outspoken. That's how it comes across.
Wow.
Is that kind of like how you are in real life? Like, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
It's getting a little hard to hear. Give me 1 second.
Okay. Maybe your volume is not up.
Okay. Hello?
Yeah, I'm right here. Let me move my camera down just a little bit. Got on my neck here.
No, it's okay.
The next one I got is the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands to me represents, again, communication. There's a lot of movement, wanting to move forward at a really fast pace. You're kind of impatient when it comes to things as well. And so I feel like you're waiting for someone to respond to you, or like someone to come into your life, quite possibly the way that you want. I also don't know if you are like a mom or you have children, but I pick up on responsibilities and the fact that you're just feeling a little overwhelmed at times. I don't feel like you have a lot of fun, and this is about like Spirit wants you to have fun again and to reconnect to your purpose and be with someone that loves you. I feel like you're very family oriented. You come from a very close knit type of family, taking care of people. That's the kind of energy. But this is interesting because when I see this card, it also represents the masculine, and I feel like there is someone that may be hollering at you or communicating with you, and you're not going to be sure immediately, like at first, whether or not that this is someone that is right for you. But Spirit is kind of saying, like, let me see what the next card says. Okay, the next card is Judgment. So when Judgment comes up, it could be meaning that you, or maybe either you're going to be judged by certain people already, like I said before, because you may want to go forward with this relationship with this person when they come into your life, or if they already are in. That there's something there where that person is not well received or received by certain people, either in your family or by people that know you, like friends. They're like, hey, he's a loser, don't really go with this person. And then you're going to have to defend yourself because you also are going to be feeling judged by people. When they judge him, they're going to be judging you too because of your decisions. But you need to tune them out because this is your life path and your destiny. And that's what Spirit is saying. At this point, any decisions that you're making are the right decisions. Even if they don't feel like it or you have some doubts, you need to trust your decisions because you're ultimately being guided by a higher power. So I feel like that. I also feel like there is some distance in your family. I don't know if some people are living a little, like some family members are living far away from you, but I pick up on some distance and some hurt feelings. Like it's not all, happiness when it comes to your family. So just let go of that. Don't try to dwell on that too much. You have a strong psychic abilities, my dear, and you will be getting up. How they're telling me how it works for you is that in your dreams, pay attention to your dreams because you are going to be solely connected on the astral realm to certain people. And so you may have some dreams that kind of are like premonitions of things that will be happening. And it's like precognition, which is like the ability to see things out in the future. But whatever you're dreaming, you need to really trust that for yourself, okay?
Yeah.
But as far as like your energy, like I said, overall, I feel like you are holding on to some things. You may feel guilty for however something ended or however something is in your life. You need to let that go because I think that you're carrying on somebody else's emotions and weight, spiritual weight, and that's part of being like an empath too. You need to like let that go and just move on and think about yourself in a positive manner because you're all that in a bag of chips. It's just a matter of
Yes,
you
of course.
really, just like accepting that because I think at the end of the day, you have those thoughts like I'm not good enough, or maybe I made a mistake in letting someone go, or distancing myself from family, but at the end of the day, Spirit is saying that you are right and you're justified to be who you are, and you don't need to prove anything to anyone or answer to anyone. I think a lot of people had expectations for you and your family, maybe to do something else or follow a certain career path rather than what you're doing now with your children and just family. But you just need to keep following what you're doing now. But know that change is coming, and especially in in the love life romance area, that's going to kind of heat up here soon. So if it's not happening now, it's going to be happening. But these are the messages that I had for you today. I hope that they resonated with you.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. If there's anything, oops, I think she ended it. I was gonna do that. I'm just kidding. Okay, let's see. Bree. Is Bree still there? I don't see Bree. Okay, so let me bring Billy Joe Feldman. Hi, Terrence Celeste.
Oh, hello.
Hi, Bree. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Doing good. And what is your name and where are you from?
Billy Joe, North Carolina.
North Carolina. My friend Jennifer Waller lives in North Carolina in the Raleigh city, around
Yes.
that area. So I wanted to ask you, were you open to a general reading, or did you just want, do you have a specific thing that you want to ask about?
It doesn't matter. Anything that comes to mind.
Okay.
I'm simple.
Okay. I'm just shuffling the cards now.
Okay. I love you, by the way.
Thank you. I love you too. I immediately, while I'm doing the cards, this is the mediumship that's coming in. I have a man with you that passed from a heart attack. Would that make any sense to you? There was a heart-related condition, something of the chest, that he passed, and it wasn't too long ago. I would say maybe like within the last 10 to 15 years. If you can't think of it right now, just hold on to it. But there is a man that did pass from a heart attack. He is around and connected to you. I feel like he definitely is someone connected to your family. He would have been in his, I want to say, late 50s, early 60s when he passed. It could have been like around 62, 63. But hold on to it. He is someone that had some issues with alcohol, and he would have had some issues with kind of like verbally being kind of abusive to certain people. Very strict, but a hard worker. They are showing me that he would have worked hard outside, so he may have had like some kind of job dealing with like I don't know, like construction, something like working on cars too. He was really good at working on old cars. But he was very independent, and I feel like he was not in a relationship at the time that he passed. He would have like separated from his partner that he would have had children by. He did have 2 children. And so this person is around you in spirit. But if you can't put your finger on it, sometimes if you don't know your family that well, or like who it would be, it could be like an older ancestor. But this person is around you. And I also feel like he does influence your moods in your home, because I see him being very territorial of the place that you're in. So I would definitely just kind of like talk to spirit with your higher self and your spirit guides and ask him to move on. He is here trapped, earthbound, and he doesn't belong around you. I feel like people that would be coming into your living space to visit, or any family members, would be feeling a lot of, at times, like uncomfortable, always wanting to like go out and go places rather than being in the living environment. He would cause a lot of stomach issues as well, like people that would have stomach problems, because his energy is around there. The other thing that he would be doing, which is, I know sounds weird, is playing with like lights and electricity, like flickering some lights. So just pay attention to those kind of things. I'm sorry?
That does happen at my house.
Okay, pay attention to that. I would recommend you asking him to politely cross over. He doesn't belong here anymore. I keep getting the name George. There's something about a George. It could be a George or John, but there is something with that kind of George John name.
Hmm.
Hold on to it, but ask him to move on, and then also sage your entire space, because
I sage. I do
you
sage.
do sage. Okay,
I do
keep
sage.
keep doing that. How often do you sage?
Not often enough, but I
Okay,
do meditation, and
okay,
I was doing the Reiki. Um, but when I
okay.
do the meditation, it scares me because I see things.
Yes, you see spirit, and
So,
you're very gifted. So what happens, like when we meditate, you sometimes it closes you down from not having like so many spirits around you. But this one
mhm.
guy, even if you meditate and even if you sage a lot, um, it may not work. You may need to like do a little bit more. I would definitely recommend like getting dragon's blood, and it's a dragon's blood oil or resin. But I would do the oil, and you can go through each room and like make the sign of the cross, or just like dab the door or the window sills with it. What it's going to do, it's going to drive out any negative energy. I do feel like this person is kind of negative and very territorial, and one of the things that he
Yes.
can also do is affect, spirit is telling me that he can affect the legs. Like my spirit guides are saying that he can cause your legs to go numb, um, your hands to go numb as well. Like he can cause those kind of things. Even sleep paralysis in the early mornings. Like he likes to get into people. So like I said, those people that he can jump into people temporarily. Just be very mindful of that.
Okay.
And that was one of the messages that I had for you. So let me pull the cards for you, 3 cards, and see what else I
Okay.
see.
Well, thank you for that.
You're welcome. Okay. First card I got here is the Ace of Wands. Okay. So when I get the Ace of Wands, to me, this symbolizes that there is progression. I feel like you may have questions about your own career, your own
Hmm.
life. Like, where is it going? Are you going to be financially stable enough? Because I don't feel like where you're living now is where you want to permanently be. I feel like there's plans or goals that you want to like acquire more real estate property, maybe even moving eventually from where you're at. This is a very positive card. To me, this
Okay.
symbolizes you really owning and being successful in everything that you're doing, regardless of what you do. I feel like you are very spiritual. So you mentioned Reiki. I don't know if you're like into that and your
Hmm.
career is more spiritual in nature, but what I
Yeah.
feel and see is that you are going to find that you are drawing over the next couple of years the right people into you, whether these are
Okay.
eventually clients or just people that respect you and what you do. But I feel like there is some fears that you have that are self-limiting as well. So Spirit is
Hmm.
asking you to release those fears because they no longer serve you. You definitely need to step forward and keep shining because you're a spiritual badass at what you do. Um, then I got here again. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The 9 of Swords. So when I see that, I think that's the 9. I'm not good at Roman numerals. I never was.
I'm
Don't
not
laugh at
either,
me.
so don't worry.
I'm over here counting the symbols and stuff when I do that. I'm weird like that. When I see this, it's like there is a male. I don't know if you're in a relationship right now, but whatever it is, there is a male that is not at peace in your life. There's someone that I feel like it could either be you or it could be a male, but I feel like there is a male energy, maybe, I don't know, family member or somebody that is not at peace in their life. And I feel like they have worries. It could be worries about their own job, their own career. They don't tend to sleep well at night. They're plagued by worries and fears that are more superficially created. I think like it's more of their mind, and just being so stuck in a pattern that they're not willing to explore new things or like go out and try something new. It's like they have a set routine, and I feel like they were socially conditioned by their parents, and so
Yeah.
their family, they may be disconnected from that family, and so they
Hmm.
don't have
That
a good
makes sense.
they don't have like a good support system. So I feel like that is also occurring. And then again, you got the Knight of Pentacles. So this is about Pentacles, about money, your finances, again, improving. Just like I had said in the very beginning, I see that happening for you. I see you going towards that, towards your goals, you know, towards what you are wanting, but it's going to require work, and it may not happen like immediately, but it's just a matter of you staying strong in your you know, in your beliefs and what you want to do, kind of like planning it all out, because I feel like you are someone that doesn't just jump and make a hasty decision. You like to think things out very carefully as well. So I see that, and let me see what else I'm picking up on.
No, don't say.
Well, let me see. Just give me a moment. There's something about, how should I say this? Pain from past events that you still hold on to. And this could be like some kind of trauma that you've experienced, and I won't go into details in the past. And so Spirit is wanting you to also release that, because I don't know what happened, but Spirit is showing me a lot of spirit animals, like birds. I don't know if you can connect with birds. I see a lot of birds flying from a distance, and they're showing me like you need to watch out when you see birds and stuff like that, or even feathers in your path. It is your angels around you and giving you that validation that everything's going to be okay. Because I hear you like communicating with your angels and guides, like trying to open up yourself, like your gift. You feel like your gift is kind of like not as where it needs to be, and you're comparing yourself to other people. Stop that, because you are, like I said, a spiritual badass, and you really got it there. It's just a matter of trusting what you give. I think like you're afraid, like if you were to like step more into this kind of world and give messages, that you would be wrong, and it's not going to be like that. I think that's just you psyching yourself out. But you have a higher calling and a path, and I feel like this is part of it, and a part of helping people, you know, like I said. So hold on to that, and I hope these messages did make some sense to you.
It makes a lot of sense.
Okay.
A lot of sense. Especially the spiritual part, where, you know, I'm trying to connect more with my spiritual self, but then it scares me at the same time, because I see stuff or hear stuff, and my daughter's the same way.
Yeah.
She actually feels the stuff, and
Okay.
she hears things like right beside her.
She's psychic, and so the best thing to do with her is to give her some sense of empowerment, and so let her know that to not be afraid of these spirits that are around her, especially this George or John, this Jane. And I don't see like a G spelled. It's like a J name with this male that's in spirit. That he tries to scare her. I feel like she's afraid of the dark as well at certain times. I don't know. But
we both are.
Okay. So that makes sense. He hides in the shadows, and that's what I
Okay.
So he's trying to control her, like to cause fear, and give her some crystals. A good crystal for her would be
I have.
Okay, so I am getting that she needs, like, I would say amethyst is a very strong crystal for her. Okay. I feel like she would be able to connect with it and have her hold it anytime she feels some fear, or like if she sees spirits or hears them, to tell her to not be afraid, but to tell them to go away. If she's kind of like doesn't want to deal with it or hear them, tell them just to go away, go to another medium, that she's not available right now, and they need to respect her space. And when she says it, she needs to be very firm with it and not kind of like afraid. Has to be very firm, because spirits will respect boundaries. Well, I should say certain spirits will. I feel like there's
even like the bad ones, like the one lingering around.
Well, that one he may, but I feel like he's the kind that was very macho type of man in life, and so he doesn't respect women. And so I feel like with that situation, eventually, if you can't get him out by being firm and saging and commanding him to go, and leaving your space, then what you may have to do is call in like a male medium, someone that is a male, because I feel like he's a coward when it comes to males. Or if you had someone in your life like that is a family member that is a male, a strong man, you can come in and just tell him to leave, you know, that he has to leave y'all alone. I know this may sound crazy, but the things that I'm describing and the things that I'm seeing happening can cause you eventually to have health problems. And so Spirit wants you to get this out of the way before it gets to that point where you have like you fall down and break a foot, you know, or sprain an ankle,
Oh
um,
goodness.
or something like that, because he can't
Is
get
is it
to
just
the.
at my house or my daughter's house? Or does he
I
go back and forth?
I feel like he can leave your property and he can follow her, being that she's a medium. So I'm picking up both places, but I see him mainly targeting you, in your space. And when she comes to your property at all, uh, that is going to that's happening too. Or whoever comes into your property, into your home in that space, he's going to be doing that. So just pay attention to those things and do not feed it any fear, because he's not stronger than you. Okay.
Yes. Okay.
So I want to
And
thank you once again.
dragon's blood, right?
Yes, dragon's
Dragon's
blood
blood.
oil. They sell it on Etsy. If you
Okay.
have a local botanica, like a spiritual shop or a metaphysical shop, you can get it
Okay.
there possibly. Some people, you know, have a local shop. I don't, unfortunately, so I have to order a lot of things out of town. But I want to thank you so much for your time, and
Thank you.
an amazing rest of your weekend.
You too. Love you.
Love you too. Bye bye.
Thank you for talking. Bye.
You're welcome. Okay, I'm trying to see if Bree is on. I don't see her on here. Okay, so let's do Nicole. You're welcome, Billy Joe. Hi,
Hi.
how are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing good. What is your name and where are you from?
I am Nicole Schmidbauer, and I'm from Clayton, Wisconsin.
All right, Wisconsin. Yes.
Yeah.
Is it cold up there?
A little bit.
Man, I wish y'all could send some of that down to South Texas.
Oh, sure.
We're burning down here. It's like hell.
Oh.
That's how hot it is. Do you have a specific question you want to ask me today, or do you want me just to do a general reading for you?
I would just like whatever messages I need to hear.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you open
to
to?
like control which direction it goes? I just want you to maybe you see in whatever.
Do you have? Are you open to everything? Like listening to all the messages that I have?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Because I want to ask you, do you have a daughter?
I have 2 sons.
2 sons. Okay. I'm picking up a female. And it's a younger energy. I don't know if it's connected to your sons, but what I'm getting is some worries regarding a female. Somebody's worried about her, and that's just immediately before I even picked up anything. I don't know if it's about like a relationship, or this could be like a sister, friend, like a friend that you have, but just being concerned overall for her, like who she's with in a relationship. As I immediately picked up a blonde, like a dirty blonde, a sandy blonde type of hair, kind of short, up to the neck. Again, that was just something that came in just randomly. So hold on to that if it doesn't make sense now. But I don't know. How old are your sons? Oops.
My first son passed away. He passed away in 2010 at 28 days old. And then my second son just turned a year old.
Okay. So then it wouldn't be connected to your sons. This has to be an older female that is like either somebody that you know or is connected to you in some way, and that may be coming into your life. But there's something like I feel like you'll be helping her, giving her advice, because you've been through so much in your life, that you would be like a mentor to this person and giving them some kind of advice, because I feel like this girl is lost, this young female, and I would want to say she's like either 16, 17, or possibly in her early 20s, and I keep hearing like Brittany or B name. So hold on to that, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so let me pull 3 cards for you here, and I'm so sorry about your loss.
Thank you.
Okay. The first card that I got here is the 5 of Swords, okay? So when I see the swords, it's like there's people that has done you wrong, and you don't have closure in your life. You're angry about it still, and You have all the right to be. These are people that are like low vibing, just trash. I'm sorry to use that word,
Nope.
and that's how you perceive it to be. And these people have made your life a living hell
Yeah.
at some point. These could be family members. These could be, or just like, partners, family members. But I get like a lot of bullying on you, a lot of you just feeling misunderstood and just tired of it, like tired. That's what's coming across very strong. But this card, like how it is that guy, I don't know if you can see it real well, but
Yeah.
the guy is holding the sword and he's looking back, and even though he won, even though he accomplished and is better in life, he still looks back, and it's almost like, even though those people would be you. That's how I'm interpreting it. Like, you feel defeated in some ways, but even though that other person won and they're like ha 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 celebrating, it's like, it's not how it perceives, this card is perceived. I feel like for you have the upper hand because you're getting peace, but they're still stuck trying to hate.
Right.
They're very hateful, and so even though you can't fix them and you can't change who they are, Spirit is wanting you to kind of find peace for yourself, because they are kind of like in a negative cycle, and they're always going to be like that. And I pick up a male energy, but also a female. So I don't know if these are several people.
It's my dad, my stepmom.
Your stepmom. Yeah, your stepmom is very toxic. And I'm sorry to say that on here, but that's what I get. And it's a lot of manipulation.
It's
Just
bad.
so,
And it's been for years. And actually, like, you just nailed it on the head, because I recently, it's really hard. I just put my foot down and I had to say, I'm done. I can't have contact with either one of them anymore, because I do not want my son around this.
Yeah, and you're every right to be like that. And I just feel like she's negative, and like they come and I don't know if they're what they're trying to do. Like, I feel like if you were to have your son around them, which I know that you won't, but and please don't. I feel like they would try to brainwash him to turn against you, to, that's kind of how they are, very vile, very just narcissistic. And it's all about money. And like, as long as she has money, as long as they have money, it's like they think that, they try to like reverse things and do reverse psychology, making you feel like you're the one that needs money, or you're the one that's asking for help. But in reality, it's them being selfish. And I feel like she hides behind a mask of like Christianity or like religion, and kind of like how people perceive her. Oh, well, she's perfect, she's like this and she's this way. But if people really got to know the real person, they would see evil, how evil she is. The next card I got here for you is the Queen of Cups, and this is you, my dear. This is you standing strong, getting some fulfillment. Things are going to be changing in your life in the next couple of years. I want to say within this next couple of months, but I still feel like you're still kind of thinking about either a move, or thinking about, where you're going to, something that you're trying to do. But I feel like you want to get away from where you're currently at. I don't know why, but your energy is like pulling me away from that place that you're at. So, but whatever it is that you're doing, you're going to have a sense of emotional fulfillment. I feel like karmically things are going to be working in your favor, and she's going to see that, and those people are going to see that. Excuse me. And it's going to be kind of a time for you to reap your rewards, because you've been through so much, not only the loss of your child, but having to deal with all of this stuff and the abuse and the lies and the manipulation. It's just so much. And for you, I feel like you still are kind of like a little angry. So what I want to suggest for you, and you don't have to do this, I want you to go out to like a large body of water there, wherever, like a lake. Do y'all have a lake?
Yeah.
Okay, I would just go by the lake, sit in your car, or just sit there for a while on the ground. Take a tablet, like a piece of paper and a pen, and write a letter to that person, to you said your mother-in-law, or no, your
Stepmom.
Write it to, like, if she was in front of you, what would you tell her? And then when you're done, burn that, and then just let the ashes go into the water, And I feel like this is going to be a sense of relief, because there's so much bottled up inside of you. And what I'm afraid is, like, I don't know if you you go through like pain, physical pain, because I also feel like you go through there's some inflammation right now in your body. I feel like you are not in the best of health. I feel like there's a lot of other things I'm not going to air out on here right now, because it's not other people's business. But I feel like this is all attributed from stress that has been put upon you, and you need to let that go. That's not your baggage or burden anymore. You need healing. And then the last card is, let me see here. It is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the 6 of Cups. And it's like, you see that person giving to that other person. So I feel like there is, to me, comes across almost like a relationship with your love life. And someone wants to give to you, but it's still, I don't know, like how it comes in. It's like, it's not like this person is not fully invested in the relationship, or they're not ready to like go full speed ahead. And so I feel like there's a lot of push and pull, like a tugging type of relation. There's good days, there's not so good days, there's things like that occurring from what I see here. But there is ultimately love, because this is a card of love. There is love there. So whatever you're going through in your love life, I feel like there's potential for it to heal. Right. But I think part of your personal life, of what you are going through with your mother-in-law and those people, that has kind of affected your love life, your relationships with other people as well. And so you're more sheltered, you're more, not sheltered, but kind of like careful with who you let into your life, because you don't want to go through that, you know, and go through more bullshit. That's how it comes across. So that's the message from Spirit. I hope that it resonated with you.
Yes, I'm shaking right now. You probably like shaking, and I didn't even expect when the thing came up on my screen. I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to run in this room because my husband and my son are there.
Yeah.
Yes, I feel like this was like a divine thing that was meant to be. I was supposed to hear this because this is
for your husband. Let him know that things are going to be okay. I feel like he does worry about you, and I do feel like at times, you know, y'all may not see eye to eye, because I mean that's typical in any relationship. You know,
especially with a kiddo.
Yeah, with the relationship, it's nothing is ever, you know, for no relationship is it perfect, you know. And I feel like y'all have so much love for each other, and y'all are definitely soulmates. Just kind of like do this. I think for you, it's a path of self-healing. I'm going to recommend this crystal. It's a prehnite, okay? It's a prehnite crystal. It's a lime green, like a light green. It's a stone for healers. And I think for you, you need this because I feel like you are a healer as well. It's natural in your nature to kind of nurture and help people. But once you're betrayed, you know, you kind of like stop that. Spirit's wanting you to have that crystal. So get a piece. You can order it on Amazon as a pendant, a ring. Maybe they may even have it as a bracelet. However you feel comfortable. I don't feel like you are like very much a jewelry person.
No.
But
I have like crystals galore, so I don't have that one though.
Yeah, and even if you can get a small tumbled piece of stone that's a prehnite and carry it in your purse or carry it in your pocket, your wallet, whatever, you know, in your pant, just carry it on you throughout the day. You're going to feel so much better and notice a big difference in your moods and your health, and you know, it's just overall it's going to get better.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Have an amazing rest of your weekend, and thank you for being here.
All right. Thanks. You too. Bye.
Bye. Ooh, Spirit is really channeling today. Okay. Let me just take a sip of water here. Okay. Jacqueline Romero, you are the best, Ray. Admiro mucho tu manifestación del poder psíquico. She said, I really admire your psychic abilities. Thank you so much. Muchas gracias, Jacqueline. Let's see here. Okay, I got that lady, LLC.
Hi, Ray. How are you?
I'm doing good. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Awesome. And what is your name, sweetheart, and where are you from?
My name's Laura, and I'm from Victorville, California.
Oh, let me change this camera position because it is getting dark. I mean, light, like super light. My face.
Oh, yeah. You're glowing.
You see that? I don't know if it's my aura or what. That was super weird. Okay, so I dimmed my light a little, and it's still, I know that y'all are not doing this to me. Spirit. Okay. No, it's still doing it. Okay,
yeah, it is.
Okay, there it is. I shut off my light. I think it was just too bright, the light that's coming from outside. So did you have a general reading? Sorry, did you have a general question or a
No
specific
question.
question? Okay.
No.
So I'm going to pick it up for you. See what I get from Spirit. I'm going to draw 3 cards. I'm just shuffling really quick.
Okay.
If y'all want to get, those of you that are asking about private readings with me, all my readings are on sale. My psychic readings are at $80 right now. It is done by email. But, you know, if you want to chat, you have to wait like 5 weeks. There's a 5-week waiting list to get on it. But you definitely need, even though I turn on my ring light, the light is still shining. Here, I look tan now.
Yeah.
And red. But if you want to get a reading with me, you can after today. And they'll be on sale throughout the whole month of September. So there's no rush for those of you that receive a reading or that don't. So immediately with you, my dear, I pick up you are definitely spiritual. You have spiritual abilities. You are a seer. You have psychic abilities. You can see things. I want to say you are clairvoyant, but you also are claircognizant. You know things that others may not know, or you may not know how you know them, but you do. I also don't know what the connection is to a honeybee or bees, because Spirit is showing me bees around you. Like, that is your spirit animal, if you didn't know. The bee is your spirit animal. And that's what I was like, what is this about bees and honey being shown? And so they're telling me that, can you explain that? Because
I have bees in my backyard all the time. And my kids don't want to go in the backyard because they're like, there's bees. And I'm like, it's because we have a pool. But that explains so much.
Yeah, this is why you have that problem, because they're going to always be in your life as your protector. And I don't feel like they're there to harm you, but I see the bees being there. And it's like, but still, you know, you want to be kind of away from them or get rid of them if you can. You know, like calling in someone maybe that harvests bees and harvests honey to come and safely collect them, because ultimately bees are beautiful creatures, and they help pollinate and help, you know, the universe. So they're not like threats, even though some people perceive them as threats. They're beautiful creatures. For you, my dear, I got the 10 of Pentacles. That is all about money right now. That is where your focus may be, about like your finances, your money. Even though that may not be like a major concern for you, I feel like there are some struggles that you're going through financially. When this card pops up to me, it means that you are kind of like thinking ahead. You're having some plans about like what you're wanting to do. Your soul also comes across here in the physical world like a teacher, somebody that teaches other people, or that would work well with kids, with this elderly, with sick people. So either you could fall in 2 realms, either in the healthcare industry or teaching industry, the education. Those 2 would be perfect for your life path and your career. But I feel like you are struggling right now financially, but things are going to definitely turn around. There's something that you are also with. This one is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's the 5 of Pentacles. So it's like a person walking away, or 2 people. In the winter months, something's going to happen between the months of December and February for you in your career. I don't know what job you have, but it feels like it's not the right one for you right now. I don't know. But hold on to this message. I see you kind of walking away from a situation. It may not even be your job. It could be just like someone in your life that is a female that is kind of, you know, just kind of talks down upon you, or that just doesn't really like, when you have like, they call themselves a friend, but they're not really. Like, it comes off of like kind of being judged. So I don't know who that person would be, but I pick up a strong female energy. And she's just like very loud, how it comes across. But I see you walking away within the winter months, and it doesn't mean that you're leaving your job or place, but you are going to create some boundaries and some protection against you. I think like you are the type of person that just gives 100% of yourself to them, and you never get anything in return. People take advantage of you. It's just your nature. You're such an earth angel, and that's like the hardest part for you, is telling people no, or that you can't do that because you don't want to upset anyone. But Spirit is saying that you need to set your foot down now and start establishing some boundaries, because the fact is that it can affect you in more ways than one, where people drain you, and then physically you are latching onto weight issues. You're latching onto like even possibly diabetes. I don't know if that runs in your family, but I'm picking up some blood issues. I have diabetes, so when I now can connect with other people that may have diabetes, I'm not saying that you do, But I would definitely check your A1C, get that checked every 6 months. And again, this is not a diagnosis, so I'm not a doctor, but check it just to be on the safe side. Watch for that. And also, there is some issues with your back. They're showing me your vertebrae. I don't know if you have some spinal issues or back issues at this time, but there is going to be some problems there down the road. And I feel like it's attributed to weight. But you do need to like watch lifting anything heavier than 30 to 50 pounds. Don't lift anything. I would say don't lift anything heavier than 20 to 30 pounds. Don't do it, because you're going to end up hurting your back, your lower back, and some nerves. And this could cause problems with you down the road. The other thing that I got here, wow, it is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have to count. I think this is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 of swords. And they're moving away. Notice that they're on a boat and they're kind of moving away. Like I said, this could signify you. I don't know how this makes sense to you, but I feel like you are going to have enough of a situation where you're just going to move away from that. You're going to move away from that. And I feel like, oh my God, this comes across as like possibly family. I don't know why.
Yeah.
There's something that's toxic there again. And I feel like, it's not a good situation. You just need to like kind of avoid them as much as possible, whoever this person is. Stay more in your place, in your space. And there's something also about someone like being like having darker thoughts, being suicidal.
Yes, that's my son. Yes.
Okay. He's gonna be okay. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I keep hearing. Oh my God. There's just so much.
You're fine.
Yeah. There's a lot of anxiety. There's a lot of darker thoughts. Wanting to self-harm. Himself. He's gonna be fine. It's just a matter of getting him some help, showing him love.
Yes.
When it's so difficult, because sometimes you show him love and they don't see it. But he's going to be fine. I feel like there is some influences in his life, either things on social media that he has been bullied, or, is he into the darker things, like the darker, like dressing all in black and stuff like that?
No, he actually, from the outside, you can't tell anything.
Okay.
But
there's going to be a point in his life where he's going to kind of go into this phase of like goth, kind of like darker clothing and stuff. And maybe even drawing. I don't know if he's artistic, but he may start like drawing and even listening to music that is more like heavy metal and.
Okay, yes, that's my second son. Yes. Okay. So it's somebody else that you're talking about.
Okay,
probably.
so
that makes sense.
That's just a phase that he's going through, and that's going to go away. But with your son that has the darker thoughts, that's better. I would tell him to, whenever he has one of those thoughts, I don't know how old is he?
He's 18.
Okay. I don't know how receptive he would be to this. Tell him to envision himself filled with a white light inside of himself whenever he feels that kind of way. Because what it does is when you fill yourself up with a white light, you're inviting the higher spirits to really protect you, to really guide you. And I feel like he just needs guidance. I do suspect that by the age of 23, everything's going to get better for him, and he will be in a relationship. He will be, happy in his life. So where he may be feeling lost now, he will not be later on. So you need to know that you're a wonderful mom, and
thank you.
I know what you've been through, and it scares you. You don't want to lose a son and lose a child.
Exactly.
So Spirit is just telling you to just keep being strong, and everything's going to be okay, sweetheart. So that was my reading for you.
Thank you so much, Ray. It helped so much, and it resonated in me. And I do need to definitely put my health first, and I appreciate you calling me out on that.
Thank you. I feel so connected to y'all today. Like yesterday I was doing readings and I didn't feel the connection very strong with certain people. And it wasn't them, but I think it was me not like meditating enough and saging myself. So yesterday I got this soap that I posted on my Instagram, and it's from New York, and it's a sage and white tea, and I used it to scrub my whole body. I took a shower with it, and basically I feel like my aura was scrubbed clean, and I'm able to clearly channel information and get that. So I'm so glad that I was able to help you. And even though I know, like, I think I'm like the hardest person on myself, so I'm telling you this and sharing it because I think like you're the hardest on yourself at the end of the day. You think like maybe you didn't do enough or that you haven't, you know, done what you could for your children. And I'm the same way with myself. Like at the end, someone just said, they're a sweetheart, they said you were on point yesterday, but I didn't feel like I was, you know.
Yeah.
And I know that, like, I know that about myself. Like some people were giving me that face, like, I don't know. So
Yeah.
but today I feel it. I feel the energy from spirit.